Reese. Reese Hoskins hits a solo home run at the top of the 11th inning to give the Phillies a 2-1 win over the Pittsburgh Pirates as they win the series, and that is a huge home run from Reese Hoskins. Obviously, he's in a big slump right now, and that is a huge confidence booster as that propels the Phillies to a 2-1 win over the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that is the series win. So that is it. It was a good day. Obviously, not a good day for pitching. Drew Smiley was fantastic. We'll talk about that later. Not a lot of runs were scored between both teams. A very boring game. Obviously, went to 11 innings. The Pirates had a lot of chances to win the game, and luckily we were able to shut them down. We got lucky. We should have honestly lost this game. The Pirates basically just gave it to us. I mean, they had bases loaded, 2 out. Then they had a guy at third with 1 out, and they weren't able to get them home. So, if you're a Pirates fan, you got to be disappointed about this. So the Phillies were finally took advantage of the Pirates' missed opportunities, and they handed them this. Yeah, they gave them the L. So nice performance from the Phillies. Obviously, it could have been better. It's kind of like one of those sloppy win type things, but it was still a win. It still goes down as a W in the column, and gives the Phillies a series win, a very much needed series win over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now puts them at 52-48, 4 games above 500. And we're going to talk about the other scores in the division, of course. So let's start with the scoring. Bottom of the first inning, Melky Cabrera singles to left field. Kevin Newman comes around to score, and it's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. First of all, we had Josh Bell in an 0-2 count. There were some questionable pitches in that bat that could have been called strikes. They were on the zone, and the umpire called them balls, and yeah, he ended up walking. That's unacceptable. We have a guy 0-2 and you walk him, that can't happen. So led to a run. Kind of disappointing. I did not want to put that on the umpire either. Top of the fourth, Cesar Hernandez singles after Bryce Harper walked, able to get the second. There was a rain delay. Then Hernandez singles with 2 outs. Harper comes around the score. It's now tied up at 1. Top of the 11th inning will be the next time you see the next run scored. Reese Hoskins demolishes his 21st home run of the year to left field. It's a towering drive off of Chris Stratton, and it is 2-1 Phillies, and they'd go on to win by that score. Reese Hoskins with the big home run. As I said, that's a confidence booster for him. Gets his average up to 259, 21 home runs. Good job from Reese Hoskins to get the Phillies to win. So let's look at the box score. Scott Kingery, 0-4. Gene Segura had to leave the game due to a sore hip, and he went 0-2. Nick Williams came into the game. So first of all, Scott Kingery obviously went from left field to shortstop. Then Nick Williams went to left field and went 0-3. Harper went 1-4 with a double, struck out once. There was a call that he was not very happy. He struck out twice. It was a call that was not very happy with. Thought it was ball 4, and the umpire rung him up on a very delayed call. Harper was very unhappy, barking at the umpire to basically the whole entire at-bat. But there, at the time of the at-bat, there were no position players left, so that way, he couldn't get thrown out there because he just looked like such a buffoon. Fred Miller 0-3. Michael Franco came in, and he went 0-2. Cesar Hernandez 1-5, obviously with the RBI. Hazley 1-4. Andrew Knapp 0-3. Smiley 0-2. Real Muto 0-1 with a strikeout. Shocker, right? Nick Williams Roman Quinn 1-1 with a double. He's got a average up to 109. It's fantastic. Drew Smiley 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Nice job. He had a rough first inning, but that was a nice debut in your Philly debut. And I like what I saw. He's a left-hander. It's still, time to talk, but it's better than throwing out Vin Velasquez and Jared Eichhoff or whatever. This is a better pitcher than that, so that's good. So I'm glad we have him on this team. Nicasio, a clean inning. Morgan, a clean inning. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Neris, 1 inning, 1 walk. Hit 2 batters in an inning. He's just terrible. He really is. And he's still appealing his 3-game suspension, so we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you updated. Ranger Suarez, 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. What a great performance from Ranger Suarez today. The bullpen did its job today, and that was able to propel us to a win. Hector Neris, I know that I was dispassionate, but he did come in and get the job done. Even though it took him a while and it kind of loaded the bases, he still was able to get 3 outs. And he did not allow a run across the plate, so that's all that matters, right? Obviously, you'd like to see a clean inning, but it's not always how it works. So that is it. The Phillies win 2-1. Good performance out of this team. Could have been better, but I mean, a win is a win. And by the way, I said Segura had a sore hip. I was wrong. He has a sore left heel. So excuse me what I just said. He has a sore left heel. I apologize about that. I messed up. I just knew it. I just got confused with the hip and heel. They kind of sound similar. So he has a sore left heel, and that's why he was removed from the baseball game. So I apologize about that. So Segura, I'm a little concerned about this sore left heel. He's limping somewhat. And, I don't know what's going to end up happening. We hope the guy that does not have a stint in the DL. That would really suck because that puts more pressure on the team to, put guys wherever. But, Scott Kingery, if this would have happened, we already have Jay Bruce on the DL. Or IL, I keep saying DL. IL. So I guess they'd move Kingery to short, and they'd figure out something in the outfield. Maybe have a platoon with Roman Quinn went back to switch hitting, so maybe you could have a platoon with Williams and Quinn. I don't know. This is horrible. 2 100 hitters, basically. I mean, they really are. Not basically, they really are. So, obviously not practical. So we need Segura to stay in the field. I understand he's kind of having a not season up to his par, but he's still capable of having a 5-hit night. He's a hit machine. Even though he hasn't done what he did in years past, he still is capable of doing that. We get a day off tomorrow, which is kind of I don't know. I hope this doesn't ruin our momentum, but you split the series with the Dodgers, and then you win the series against the Pirates. This team, we'll see what happens. I mean, they've done this before where they seem like they're gaining momentum, and then they just back out, and they start sucking again. So hopefully this is not one of those times. Hopefully they can propel forward and not look back, right? So tomorrow, or Tuesday night at 7:10, the first pitch. Aaron Nola on the mound going against Matthew Boyd. He is 6-8 with a 4.13 ERA. This is a pitching target that the Phillies are looking at. I know I talk about him a lot as a realistic pitching target. This guy, you could see him in red pinstripes at the end of the month. So get a close look at him tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be examining, how he pitches, how good he does. I do not know much about this guy. He's an American League pitcher, so I don't know much. I'm more of a National League type of guy. So, I mean, of course, I don't know anything about the Detroit Tigers that much. I mean, the Detroit Tigers are just not good, so I don't really pay much attention to them. Obviously, they're a better team than I would pay more attention, but they're just not a good team. They're just a young team. And they're just trying to get younger. They have a lot of older guys on their team, like, Cabrera, he's been around for a while. Other guys, they have a lot of young guys too. I believe they have Josh Harrison over there as well. And that is MLB TV free game of the day. Then I have something to announce to you guys in just a second. Wednesday, 1:10, the finale game. Finn Velasquez, 2-5 with a 4.87 ERA going against Jordan Zimmerman for Detroit. He is 0-7 with a 7.51 ERA. Whew. Jordan Zimmerman, obviously the former Washington National, signed a big contract with the Tigers, and the 2015-2016 offseason has been a disaster for the Tigers. I don't know what happened. Ever since he left Washington, he's been a disaster. He threw a no-hitter in 2014 when, I forget who made that diving catch in the outfield to save it. Bob Carpenter for the Nats, the Masson broadcaster. He made a great call, and I remember that. FP Santangelo, and the Nats have a good broadcasting booth. I remember that no-hitter. I think it was in 2014. So, whenever I think of Jordan Zimmerman, I always think of that no-hitter that he threw. So, obviously, having a very bad season, 0-7, a 7.51 ERA. I don't know what happened to him when he went to Detroit. He just hasn't been able to find any success. I think his first month in Detroit, I think he was won the pitcher of the month or something. He was tearing up, and then I don't know what happened. So, Jordan Zimmerman, that should be an easy win, I hope. But we have Vin Velasquez on the mound. I don't think any win's easy. Can you imagine if we win and we sweep out the Tigers 2 games? That's my dream scenario. That is my dream scenario. We're at least going to split, right? You think we have Aaron Nola, on the mound on Tuesday. So we were just going to split. So we have our ace on the mound, and we're going against a pitcher who's 0-7 with a 7.51 ERA. So you think we're going to win. So I have something to announce to you. I am going out of town Wednesday, and I will be out of town until Sunday. So the video on Wednesday might be up after the game. If it's not, it's going to be up like late at night and like this. So it's probably going to be for like 10 or so. So I'm actually going to Florida. So just to see some family. So that is. I just want to let you guys know that. I'm going to be recording obviously in a different setting. So I just want to let you guys know that. So Wednesday to Sunday. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for all the support. Phillies win 2-1 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Win the series. Rhys Hoskins hits a clutch home run. And that is pretty much it. So we finished that game side. Now let's talk about the Hall of Fame. Roy Halladay, Phillies pitcher Roy Halladay, was officially inducted into the Hall of Fame today. His wife gave a very touching speech and was very emotional. Obviously, his son was also there as well. It's sad, because he was, I think that Roy Halladay had a great potential. He was, first of all, he was a great guy. Okay, that's just the first thing. He was a great guy, and he also had a lot of potential to be such a great pitching coach. And I think he had a future ahead of him. I think the Phillies were already using, like in spring training, like the year before he died, I think he was like a pitching instructor in spring training. So he clearly had a future in that. It's just a shame that he took his, how his life, had to end on a plane crash like that. So it was sad to, not see him there today, and it's just very, very, very sad, because I'm still shocked that he died, because I remember, when he was still pitching, and I'm still somewhat shocked that he passed away. So, congrats, Doc, on making the Hall of Fame. 34. Respect, 34. And yeah, they got to retire. I think they should retire at 34. Bryce Harper didn't wear that number because of Doc Halladay. I think they should at least retire it for like a short period of time, and I think that's what they're doing. So I'm happy that Doc is officially a Hall of Famer. Obviously, we all knew it was going to happen. I mean, it wasn't really a surprise, but it's official. So congratulations to Doc. I know he's looking down. I know that he's really, 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 really happy, and I'm sure he's, sad he can't be with his family celebrating this. And if he was here, I'm sure he would be very humble about it, and he would have had a great Hall of Fame speech. So rest in peace, Doc. You will never be forgotten. So that is, I think he was only 40 years old when he passed away. So it's just too young to pass away. It's sad. He had a lot of life left ahead of him. He just, finished he retired in 2013. He pitched for the Toronto Blue Jays. Obviously, he was traded here. I believe it was 2009, or it was an offseason 2009 too. So I think 2010 was his first year here. I believe. I believe 2010 was his first year here. So he meant a lot to this organization during a short period of time. He really did. So he wasn't even here for that long. I mean, he was here from 2010 to 2013. I mean, that's not even long. And he had a huge impact on this team, and obviously won the Cy Young, flew a perfect game, and he had a great impact on the city. He really did. He had a great impact on the city during a short period of time. The Toronto Blue Jays retired his number 32. Obviously, last year he wore 32, and he was with Toronto. And he wore 34 when he was here. He won the AL Cy Young in 2003 with the Toronto Blue Jays. And he won the NL Cy Young, obviously, in 2010 when he threw the perfect game against the Florida Marlins. At that time, it was the Florida Marlins. So he had a great career. So congratulations to Roy Doc Halladay. Much respect. And I'm, like I said, sure he's looking down, really, really happy, and sure he's probably wishes he could be with his family. I know the family feels the same way by him. So it's really, really nice to, see that, and, I'm happy he's in. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please smash the like in this video. Please tell your friends about all these videos. social media is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Phillies big win today, 2-1 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Off to tomorrow, and then off to Detroit for quick 2-game sets. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Luke, and let's go Phillies. Bye.